So baseball's been going on for about 2 weeks at this point. The first week was a tragedy. The Marlins had all those players test positive, and if we're going to try and fix it, the first thing that's very clear is to fix it, you need a bubble.
Yep, I mean, we're not going to make this too complicated. I mean, we're going to talk about all the things that they could be doing and whatnot, but having a bubble, we've seen with the NBA, is just necessary if you want to have professional sports right now. Even if you put it in Florida, it doesn't matter. Even if you're having the whole entire season take place in the Corona Central of the world in Florida, it doesn't matter if you handle your business correctly, like Adam Silver did. Now, has there been any positive tests in the NBA's bubble since? No.
So you have the whole NBA in Florida versus just the Marlins in Florida, and look at the difference in the positive tests.
It has a lot to do with leadership. It has a lot to do with the decision making going into this season. But long story short, I mean, you really do need a bubble. Now, we're not going to end it there. Obviously, there's a lot more things MLB could still be doing to protect their players.
They're not going to do the bubble, so we have to find a way to exist in the way that they've been playing. Here's the thing. Baseball is a socially distant sport. No one is standing near each other with the exception of the batter in the batter's box and the catcher, and if you're holding someone onto a base. Baseball is the perfect sport to play in this time and can be done well. But if you just let the guys loose, they go into the locker room, if one guy has it, they're going to give it to the other people. That's why it's so important that they need to emphasize more that they can't be near each other. They need to be isolated in their luxury suite locker rooms. They need to wear masks when they're together in the dugout. They need to act like it's pandemic. They were acting like they were just going to play baseball. They need to act like there's a pandemic going on.
No, if fix 1 is having a bubble, fix 2 is just taking this thing seriously. Just to set the context, this entire situation, the NBA had 1 positive test, and they shut down the league for virtually 100 days.
100 days.
The MLB has had multiple. In fact, you're talking about over 30 positive tests over the course of multiple teams, and have decided to say, let's play ball. Now, are the players going to respect the rules of a commissioner, of administration that is not taking this seriously? Like, if they're not taking it seriously, why would the players take it seriously? So fix 2 would definitely be setting the precedent. Do I think Rob Manfred has it in him? No. But I think that's a huge fix in terms of from the top to bottom trickle-down effect. The people up top are really have to say, no going out to casinos, no more outdoor concerts. If we want to have baseball, if we want to give the fans what they want, if we want to be able to give you the dollars that you guys want, we have to take this thing like it's the world falling apart, which is what it is.
Those baseball players watch Lou Williams go get some chicken wings and get ostracized by the entire world, and then they go out to a casino with players testing positive for corona.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think that it starts with the MLB. You think about why Cespedes did what he did and walked out of the Mets, and I know he has robbed the Mets of a lot of money in the last few years. I'm not absolving him, but players shouldn't have to feel like they have to opt out, right? If you're setting an environment in which they feel uncomfortable, in which you're saying, oh, everyone in the Marlins, like, I don't want to be like that. I have a family, I have kids, I have X, Y, and Z, and I feel like I should opt out and walk away from millions of dollars. Can you imagine how bad the situation has to be for you to say, $7 million? I'll pass on that.
The way they've tried to amend this is they've set in some new rules that they have to have more isolation when they're being transported to and from the games, more buses to transport them. They have to reduce the size of traveling parties. They have to stay more socially distant in hotels. They can't hang out in the hotel without special permission. They can't leave the hotels without special permission. These are the rules that we needed to have in the first place. I think that they weren't in place because that's kind of a scary thing to say you can't leave your hotel. But if you don't want to do a bubble, that's what you have to do.
Well, you're talking about some weird spray that the Broncos have been implementing.
Debuted this tunnel, this doorway that has this Purell mist coming out of it. And I don't want to screw this up, so it's a non-toxic solution spray that is killing microbes and pathogens instantly by forming millions of nanocrystalline structures. I don't know what any of that means, but MLB needs to put all of their money into things like this that take every step, take every measure necessary, and throw money at some of the things will work, some of the things won't work. But if you can do things like this and just to the highest quality of keeping the players safe, just do what you got to do.
I'm just saying, get ready for if your family member has been exposed to nanocrystalline spray, you're entitled to some compensation commercials. Because, I mean, I joke about, but honestly, there's so much stuff that we don't know about the virus. And I think that with MLB not taking any of these measures that we're talking about until now, I don't know what they expected.
I hope that the season's still going on when we actually air this episode.
I hope so too.